Welcome back, everybody. Documentary Heroes documentary. Ah, man, I'm so excited to get into this. Oh, okay, this was the last date, was it? Yeah, the last show. It just looks fucking great, doesn't it? Cool.
I want to say we have done something that no one has ever done. We have performed for over 10 million people in person.
Jesus.
That's not like, oh, 10.
Hang on, I've got to turn this up a little bit. It's too quiet for me. Give us a second. Let's readjust it a little bit. Let's try this.
Million people watched a TV show, which is pretty amazing too. We performed for 10 million plus people. And I think about every single one of you as little kids. I think about the moment that you decided that dancing was your calling. And the moment
Oh, right.
that you
Okay,
first saw
okay.
the band.
That's, I was like, things are some little kids. What does she mean, man? Like, I get it. Yeah. I understand.
As little kids, I think about the moment that you decided that dancing was your calling. And the moment that you first saw a band and thought, man, I want to save up for an instrument. Every single one of us has picked professions that categorically people, for the majority of the time, they tell you shouldn't do it. They tell you you should not try to do this. You have to love the thing so much that you override 85 to 95% of the advice you are given.
It's higher than that, man. 99%. 99%, man.
People in the
99.9 probably.
Dance, everyone in music will tell everyone younger if there's anything else.
I mean, I don't know what you guys, pursue, or how many of you. Well, it doesn't matter what you pursue, I suppose. But what she's saying is really true, isn't it? It's certainly more than 85%, 95%, I think. I mean, out of, I've probably met 1,000 people in my life. I don't know. How many people do you think you meet in your life that you would discuss this kind of thing with? I would say there's probably only two people ever, maybe three, who I think believed that I could do something, Everyone else just thinks you're crazy, you know what I mean?
You can do.
Maybe I am a little bit.
And so I'll see you getting rejected, not getting the job, not getting the part, not getting the solo. Yeah. I'll see all of those things that happened all along the way, the doors that were shut, the doors that were open, the windows you pried open. And then sometimes I'll see you when you're older, and I'll think about what you're gonna tell your family or the people that you mentor, because every single person in here has the spirit to mentor others.
Yeah.
And to tell them, yes,
such an experience,
try
man.
it, go
Such
for
an
it,
achievement, isn't it?
if you have that same love for it. And I think about whether that's to your grandchildren or to the little neighbor kid that just wants to talk to you about what that's like.
Yeah. He was on tour with Taylor Swift.
Everyone
No
likes to
way.
talk about phenomenons like the Eras Tour, almost as if it was pieces falling into place in some sort of accidental confluence of events that just happened, right?
Everyone likes to dismiss success like that, don't they? Well, not everyone, but it seems, everybody is an overnight success, They just blew up. But it's never, ever that way, man. Everyone's like a 10-year overnight success. Nothing happens by accident. Or does it? I mean, what's an accident? I'm not going to get too deep and philosophical right away. But what I'm always banging on about, the magic pill to success is consistency. It's not pretty, but that's what it is. It's consistency. It's discipline. That is the magic pill that everyone's looking for, That's all it is.
I'm thinking about the people that are in this circle. I don't think about it as pieces that fell into place. I think of each of you as like tectonic plates on the earth
Cool.
that took millions of micro decisions and forces of you pushing and pushing inch by inch closer together. And the Eras Tour wasn't when all the pieces fell into place. That was just when every single one of us had done so much work to where this tour was just when we all clicked together. It is our job to make this look accidental. And it is our job to make this look effortless. But I just want every single one of you.
I was about to say then, effortless. I've just watched Olivia Dean doing the Christmas song at Westminster Abbey, and I commented in that she made it look effortless, you know. But that's the mark of a great artist, isn't it? Because I think the performing is effortless, I think. But you cannot perform to that level, to that quality, to be that free flowing without an extreme amount of effort beforehand, you know, in preparation, not just for the tour or the show, but for preparation of your instrument, I suppose, you know, preparation for life, you know. It takes extreme effort to make things look effortless. And make things look effortless. I do think it is effortless, you know. When you're in the zone, it is effortless, but it ain't easy to get there, you know what I mean?
It is our job to make this look accidental. And it is our job to make this look effortless. But I just want every single one of you to know that I in no way, shape, or form look at this as the pieces just falling into place. You put the pieces where they are.
Yeah, for sure.
This was the biggest challenge any of us have ever done. Tonight, we complete that challenge.
Awesome. Awesome.
I think I came up with the idea for the Eras Tour about 2 years before the tour started. There were two main factors that culminated in the Eras Tour. Both of them were unpleasant. We think that these bad things are happening to me or to us. If you flip it around correctly and you react in a certain way, those things can be happening for you.
Yeah, for sure.
The first one being my entire catalog of my first 6 albums was sold out from under me to somebody else. And I decided to sort of defiantly re-record all of my music. You know, when you revisit something, you go back into that world. All this work is so indicative of the time I was in my life. I feel like I'm reading my old diaries, thinking about all the different girls I was until I was this one. So that planted a little seed inherently in my mind, the idea of celebrating your past.
Yeah, cool.
I think the second factor being the pandemic. We've built a home studio in my house. I clung to songwriting as a sort of life raft. Stop it, stop. I'm recording vocals. Folklore came out 3 or 4.
That's interesting what she says about that, about the pandemic, man, because I know it was tough for a lot of people. And I mentioned before, you know, I know it was tough for my dad, like, in particular, but for me, it came at a time in my life when I was just sort of coming out of a depression or something, I suppose. And I was fortunate enough to be renting a room in a basement of a warehouse with Richie. And, you know, he couldn't get down as much as we wanted. So, well, you know, sometimes, yeah, a little bit he was getting down, you know, but I won't get into that. But that was, for me, that was what I was doing most days, was just going over there and messing around on, you know, musical instruments and not really being that creative with it, you know. Like I wasn't in the space to do it, I suppose. But nevertheless, it gave me something to do, you know. Yeah.
4 months into the pandemic, we put out Evermore 4 months later. I hadn't toured in 5 years, and the fans had created such demand for it.
I've been loving to stuff since I was 11 years old. Is she ever gonna go on tour again?
And I just thought to myself, what if I did a tour
Wow.
that celebrated all of these different moments in my life and career, where you have chapters divided up by albums, and everything changes when the chapter changes.
She had said to us, this is going to be over 3 hours. And we were just like, oh my God, how do we do this?
Yeah.
Not just planning, but executing a tour of this size is mind-boggling.
The process of putting together this tour happened in many different phases, all over the world, happening simultaneously all at once. You had me doing my physical training 6 months before we even go into rehearsals. At this time, the choreographers goes in with the dancers. We've got the staging and the production design happening simultaneously, all to coincide with the same start date.
The first day of rehearsal, she got out of her car and had tears in her eyes already.
I'm weirdly emotional right now. It's so nice to meet you, Taylor. Hey. So nice to meet you.
Wow.
Taylor. Hey.
I mean, I've been doing this for almost 20 years.
Isn't that interesting that getting on? Well, it's just such, this is going to be such a good series, isn't it? Because all these people that she became obviously so super close with over the course of the couple of years of the tour, meeting them for the first time. And I was going to say it's the over 3 hours thing. I mean, I wonder what the longest sort of shows. I don't think it's well, the Stones, I'm pretty sure, regularly played 3 hour plus shows. Maybe other artists have as well. But from a production point of view, this is just something else entirely, isn't it? You know, it's new territory. You know.
A bunch of different artists. I have never seen that. I have never seen the boss come into rehearsal crying with tears of happiness and passion about their job.
We haven't done what we love on a stage in 5 years. Let's go do this. The fans have been so amazing and are so excited for the tour.
I wanted to overserve the fans. That was my main goal. I wanted to overserve them in terms of the amount of songs they were going to hear, the length of the show, what kinds of production they were going to see, different styles of dance, different worlds of dance, wardrobe, how far I was going to push myself.
Oh my God. Okay.
Do it, my friend.
Yeah,
Here we go.
When you come up with a goal like that, you just have to make a choice and decide there's no going back on that choice. Good morning, America. It's Taylor. I wanted to tell you something that I've been so excited about for a really long time. I've been planning for ages, and I finally get to tell you I'm going back on tour.
Oh my God.
We're doing something very stressful today. Today is Era's pre-sale day.
Why isn't it letting us in?
192.
Man, I feel them, you know, like from the Oasis tour, I didn't go, you know, my sister went, and she messaged me I think she rang me, you know, left a drunken voicemail, or maybe I answered it, I can't remember. It might have been a drunken voice note she sent me, you know, when, I think before Oasis had even played, you know, Richard Ashcroft had played like Bittersweet Symphony and Drugs Don't Work and Lucky Man and Sonnet and all those awesome tunes, you know, and she just lost it then, I think, telling me to go. Because I tried to get tickets when they went on sale, but, you know, it just didn't happen. I think, I don't know, something stupid like one in 10 people of the UK population applied for tickets, you know, bizarre. Then I thought about, you know, spending a fortune to go to Wembley last minute, but the prices just got too out of this world, you know. And I had seen Oasis before, and I've seen Noel on his own, so it wasn't the end of the world. But yeah, I understand this, you know, and from this is the kind of thing that I would have thought is confined to your teenage years or your youth, but it's not, is it, man? Music plays such an integral part of so many of our lives, doesn't it? You know, if you love music, really love music, or you love a particular artist, it's indescribable, I think. And the power of live music is something else. I was watching an interview with Noel Gallagher recently, and he was talking about that. The interview was just after the pandemic, and he said he got together with his band for the first time in 2 years and like rehearsed and that. And he said that you forget how spiritually elevating live music is, you know. And he said he came out of like because the first couple of days, of course, they'd forgot all the songs that were a bit rubbish, but I think nevertheless, you know, he came out walking down the street back home just feeling spiritually elevated. And I think it does that to us, whether you're an artist or a fan or whatever, you know, even just turning your stereo up loud, you know, is spiritually healing, I think, you know. It's wonderful.
We got row 5. Oh my God.
So anyway, it transcends age, doesn't it, really?
I think I thought fans would be excited about the idea of the Eras tour.
This is not real.
Ah, that's cool.
It is? Yes? Really?
This was a completely different thing that I've ever experienced.
Fans of Taylor Swift.
Thanks for watching. If you would like access to the full thing and loads of other extended content, Taylor Swift, One Direction, Miley Cyrus, videos of me playing my songs and others, link in description.